Things to think about over the week ahead, I think, is really focused in the nexus where supply and demand meets. We've arrived at this magical number of 100 million barrels a day of oil supply demand, and yet we're in this nexus of uncertainty as whether demand is weakening or supply is going to be constrained, and the battle for the oil prices in that space. So weakening of demand is about the trade war between the US and China. That seems to be accelerating, getting worse, not getting better. And with that, the threat of weakening of global economic trade and weakening of demand. The other number to keep an eye out this week is where does the US dollar go? Increasingly strengthening and putting big pressure on emerging economies like India, like South America, South Africa, Brazil, all of these countries that are consuming and importing a lot of energy, and the dollar strength makes it very expensive for them to buy energy. So on the demand side, some uncertainty there, but yet prices remain above $80 a barrel ultimately right now because the supply concerns possibly are outweighing the demand concerns. So this week, keep an eye out for anything that indicates where supply is going. US sanctions on Iran, of course, expectations there that a significant amount of supply will come off the market, as much as 2 million barrels to some forecasts, certainly well over 1 million barrels removed with Iranian exports being taken off the market. There's other supply concerns within the likes of US shale production meeting heavy infrastructure constraints. The ability is not the problem of getting it out of the ground, but once you're in the middle of Oklahoma, how do you get it from above ground to the ports to export around the world? Infrastructure challenges in the US is constraining supply. So keep an eye out of the news this week that indicates where supply is going. Some concerns that supply is under stress because mainly the Iranian sanctions. And then on the demand side, where is the trade war between the US and China going? That will indicate where the strength of demand will be next year. And at the moment, we're already seeing major agencies like the IEA downgrade the growth in demand next year because of uncertainties of trade conflict. So that's what to watch out for this week. Have a good week, make lots of money, have a good time.